Well, when you have nearly 400,000 people working in an education system, when you know that the teaching assistants, when they're deployed well, can make a huge difference to a child's learning, it matters absolutely that we're getting the very best we can. But more than that, or in another way, when people dedicate their lives to work with children, we have an absolute responsibility to give them the chance to be the best teaching assistants or teachers they can be. So on lots of levels, the children deserve the best teaching assistants that they can have around them so they can learn. The teaching assistants deserve the opportunity to do their job well and be supported. And that we as a system have responsibility for the money we spend. And we spend a huge amount of money on this resource, and we need to get the best out of it. So on every level, this is a moral imperative for head teachers, an education imperative, that they spend their time making sure that they're getting the very best out of this precious resource.
The changes, which are not easy to make, this is about staff and timetables and challenging assumptions of why people are there. It's around training and it involves different people in the school. But when schools get this right, it really is quite a magical change that you see in lessons. You see this dynamic, fluid partnership going on in lessons, where people know what each other's doing. They know your kind of coordinated but differentiated roles in the lessons. And it really does jump out when you see this working well. The schools that will do it will say, there's no going back, we won't go back to that. They really see it as a kind of transformative change in terms of what's going on in the schools. The teaching assistants feel more professional, they feel more supported, they've been given more responsibility, but the tools to meet that responsibility. And it's a very, very positive change.
And some people say, I wouldn't know what to write, and scrolling loads of stuff down. And you pick out at the end of it which are the key things. I just think it treats us with respect, and it says, okay, well, your role is worth developing.
Making best use of TAs is a leadership issue. It's a teaching and learning issue. It's an equity issue.
And how we feel we can maybe use this next year.
In this, our last unit, we'll look at next steps. Where do you go from here? What do you do next? How can you transform the role of teaching assistants in your school?
What should they do sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.